I'm going to advise everyone, pay attention to the speaker, please. Now, are there any guests who would prefer not to take part? Can you please put up your hand and I won't go. You don't want to, right? You don't want to? It's absolutely fine. Yes. You're a Toastmaster, you're not allowed to. All right. Then in that case, I'm going to kick off with you now, Chris. Now, pick a number between 1 and 20.
6.
6. Your topic is the value of volunteering. And this is what I'd like you to talk about. I'd like you to give me an argument for the importance of mandatory community service as part of matric graduation, and explain how it benefits both the student, the learner, and the community. I'll say that again. Your topic is the value of volunteering. Please give me an argument for the importance of mandatory community service as a graduation requirement for matriculants, explaining how it benefits both the learners and the community. Madam President.
I think it's not just a matter of students in matric. I think it's young adults and even the older generation should all learn to encompass volunteering to some extent. Even here at Toastmasters, the Exco, we are volunteering. We volunteer our time, we run around, we organise the club meetings. Now, I think learning to give back of your time and what you know, for a young adult who's 17 and 18, starts the path for them to do it for the rest of their life. And I think instilling those values, just the same as doing chores at home. You're giving back. And it should be a habit. I think the society today, we've become selfish and self-absorbed. And we want. Even on social media, we want quick fixes, we want everything done now. And I think learning to give instead of just receiving is very important. Obviously, the learners and the community have to be brought together, and they must also realize that they're doing it for value for the others. And I think also to learn, especially if it's an underprivileged community, or even if it's a hospital environment with children in there that don't have as many visitors. Giving back in whatever kind of community it is, I think is very important for everybody. And starting at 17 and 18 years old is crucially important for all. So,
Joe, you can say. Now, you mentioned that it's important to bring the community and the learners together. All right. I'd like you to please, I don't know, I'm going to rather be mean. I'm rather going to be mean. So you mentioned that it's important to bring the two together and that the two amalgamate, right? Is that correct what I said?
yes, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Then in that case, I would like to find out in what ways could we actually bring young people and communities together that would benefit them, that would benefit each other.
You're asking me.
I am asking you, but I think the right person to answer that would actually be Ro. Christine just mentioned that it would be important to bring the community and the learners together. In what ways or what examples could you think that that would be beneficial, or in what way could it be done?
There are many ways that the youth could give back to the communities and connect with the communities at the same time. What I would say is we shouldn't look at all of them. We should look at the ones that would appeal to them most, the ones that would excite them and give them an amazing feeling of fulfillment. These kind of things would allow the youth to then generate more of these events. How they can do it is through programs that already exist, like the Round Table, the Alliance, and many other programs that happen around, especially Rotary. Yes, exactly. Going up the list of the same organization. I personally would recommend those ones because my family's been very involved. My grandfather was alive and he brought youth from all around the world to come and experience Africa and not just what they saw on TV. Those people would take that back with them and share that with their communities. For our communities, we need to go into the areas that we aren't used to. I think we need to be exposed to more of our country and more of the needs that are out there. So by getting these youth involved, maybe against their will at first, we can expose them to something that is incredible and will inspire them to give back more and create more connection in the community.
Thank you. Now you mentioned that there's specific ways whether or not it's against their will or something that would excite them. Now, I would say that I don't care if it excites them. In what ways could we also use that to develop their skills and actually be useful? And to answer that question, if you wouldn't mind. Rudolph, please. Everything that's been said already. Okay.
So I think with volunteering, the first thing I would be careful of is a bit of a savior complex. I think we're instantly talking about volunteering for people that are less fortunate. I don't think that is essentially the essence of volunteering. For me, volunteering is about connecting with community. We do it by helping each other, but that doesn't have to be this savior kind of thing. So if we're thinking about skills we want to transfer, I think it's more of the soft-emotional skills that we need to work on. We're constantly talking about economics and GDP and all these kinds of things. I think if we can learn how to understand each other better, the things that some people go through that you struggle with when voting day comes around, you will vote more informed and in ways that you weren't previously aware of.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, it's 8:30 and Toastmaster that concludes my task.